Now, this was another popular type of statement that was made on that video about the genocidal maniac narcissistic attitude of this Abrahamic deity. This person, Gavin, originally he said that God has the right to take life. He has the right to take life. And another person had responded to him where he was saying that, do you realize that that Satan, your God, is acting satanic? How you would describe Satanism is the attitude of this deity, this God. And he said, I guess Satan is the hero of your story. I chose this comment because it went well with what Mr. Derek Zoll had to say. He said, it looks like this is as if this man has horns next to his head. This was in reference to the cowboy hat that I wore. So I guess if if I have a cowboy hat and it's going up like this, then that is it's the horns that's coming out of my head. This is, I can attack your information, so therefore let me try to attack you as a person. Now, there are different ways that people try to shut down information, and Zoll demonstrates it once again, first by attacking the person and trying to discredit them as an individual by trying to say that, oh, you must be worshiping Satan. The same thing Gavin is doing, trying to dictate who I worship without asking the question and understanding that I worship no one. I don't worship myself, nor do I worship a deity, whether it's Satan or the Abrahamics or any other deity, because the intelligent mind, the intelligent design does not require worship. If it did, then for me, it would not be the intelligent mind. You see, you guys have a God. I just have a intelligent designer. That designer is neither benevolent nor malevolent. It doesn't require nor need my worship. And it doesn't have a heaven, hell that it creates for me. It's all my own self creations based on my ability to manifest and create myself. So trying to corner me into you must follow Satan is trying to say that I fit into your narrative, to which I do not fit into your narrative, and therefore it allows you to try to discredit me. But then here's the other part that is even worse. When you cannot discredit the person, then you want to shut the person down. You want to censor them. Censorship is what happens next. And this is where Mr. Zoll comes in again. This man is lost, and Facebook allowed this shit to be aired. I have noticed, and there exists a deliberate campaign on social media to discredit faith in the Bible. But we were warned that this is going to happen. Yes, you were warned in your book, as well as every other book, that there would be a falling away from every other religion. Every religion teaches of a falling away from there. It's kind of like a smart stopgap to put in your book to keep people from walking away from the religion. It's a control mechanism. But the other part, the censorship, this is where they try to stop you. I don't want you to demonstrate that my Bible is genocidal, that my Bible is narcissistic, that my Bible calls for me to equate a non-Hebrew person as less value than a Hebrew person, to equate a man to be of higher value than a woman, to make them as property, that you are to go and genocide people, that you can have chattel slavery. I will tell you not to wear mixed linen. I will tell you that you should die. You should kill someone who violates that. But hey, own some slaves. That's fine. Cause a woman to have a miscarriage and pay a fine. Kill the woman though, and you might die. Kill the baby after it's born, you might die. But while in the womb, just pay a fine. The same with the slave. Beat the slave, but if he can get up in a few days, then no fine to the master. But if he dies, then that's a penalty because you destroyed property. Let's not talk about that. Let's not eradicate that from your morality. Let's create rules for it. Let's justify it. Let's justify the killing of your own children if they are disobedient to the parents. Let's justify that all day long. Let's go and say that if the rape victim, if the assailant pays 50 pieces of silver, then she has to marry her assailant and provide him children. Let's make rules for it instead of just killing that dude for violating this young lady, not making a rule for it. And yes, I know you're going to say, well, other parts of the Bible, it says kill the person who commits that atrocity. Look at the context of it, since y'all always trying to say, look at the context. That's when a person is already married to someone else. This is when a person is not married, not betrothed to someone else, married or betrothed to someone else. It's different. You see how they do the subtle difference, but y'all ignore the subtle difference so that you can get your point across. But it's the censorship. Let's shut you down. We don't want you to talk about our book. We don't want you to look at how frail our logic is in maintaining this relationship and this religion in order for, yes, I said both relationship and religion, just so you can get that little mess out. Oh, I don't have religion. I have a relationship. You don't have a relationship with a deity. That is unimaginable. You can't. That's like you having a relationship with a woman that lives on the other side of the planet. You can't imagine what she looks like. You can't imagine what her personality is. You can't imagine what she does in her day to day. You can't imagine even her voice, how she talks. You can't imagine nothing about a woman that lives on the other side of the planet that you have not actually physically met. You have no relationship. The voice you hear inside your head is yours. Yours. You don't hear nothing other than a voice you create in your own head. But anyway, I'm going off the subject point in there. You, sir, are the reason why that Reich started burning books in order to control the people. That's what you sound like. You are justifying the Reichs of burning books back in the day. And you know what they did post that. You are justifying not allowing for the African in America slave to be able to read and educate themselves during slavery, because for fear that they may revolt against you. You're also a proponent then of keeping the schools segregated, or at least unequal, so that the children of the oppressed cannot one day gain the knowledge to be able to supersede those who are the children of the oppressors. You are for maintaining unequal education throughout the world for the oppressed people, in order to maintain that, because censor them, right? Keep them from learning and growing, keep them from gaining understanding. You are for America's and other Western countries' continued use of money and power to keep third world nations from developing, so that you can continue to rape them of their resources, because why let them speak? Why should they speak? Censorship has never been a thing that should be allowed in any category whatsoever. But you, sir, wants Facebook to censor me but maintain you. It is, and I will give you this. There are more restrictions on me talking about your book than there are on people coming on here and praising your book. There are certain words that I try to refrain from utilizing because I know Facebook will, can't use that one. Like I use the term Reich, because you can't use the other term. There's already censorship, sir. Just not the one you want. Because you want people to stay captive, to stay oppressed, because you are an oppressor. And wear that badge, but wear it honorably. Stop wearing it cloaked. Wear it honorably. Put it on your chest and say it out your chest. Because you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is not negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.